What in the world do bull peanuts have to do with this video? Well, did you know that Southeast Alabama is where 60% of the entire U.S. peanut crop comes from, and that Dothan, Alabama is considered the peanut capital of the world? Well, stay tuned, there's a whole lot more. Welcome to Homegrown, the one show that focuses on everything there is to do with Southeast Alabama. Living, lifestyle, and really everything there is to do with what we call the wiregrass area. So if you're interested in living here or in just learning more, make sure you hit that subscribe button. My name is Stephen Holland, and I'm with Property Champions Real Estate here in Dothan, Alabama. And I help people buy, sell, and invest in the tri-state area of Alabama, Georgia, and Florida. When most people think of Southeast Alabama, they may think of it being in the absolute middle of nowhere. Like, what is there and what is there to do there? Well, Southeast Alabama has a lot going on that most people may not be aware of. For example, did you know that 60% of the entire United States peanut crop comes from within 100 miles of Dothan, Alabama? That's right, and that's why Dothan, Alabama is known as the peanut capital of the world. Southeast Alabama is also home to Army Aviation right here at Fort Rucker. And Southeast Alabama, along with the tri-state area, is home to nearly 300,000 residents. That's far from being in the middle of nowhere. So we wanted to create a series that helps educate people on this area, and this show, Homegrown, is it. So let me give you a small preview. Okay, so now we're in downtown Dothan, Foster Street to be specific, and this is what you would call maybe the heart of town. Dothan is very, very spread out, but it's, as you can see behind me, this represents everyday life for downtown Dothan. Southeast Alabama is home to so many small businesses and staples of the community, and that really truly defines our everyday life. Here on Foster Street in downtown Dothan, we have KBC behind me, also Dothan Ice Cream Company with sticks and cones. We have Bella's Fine Dining right around the corner. We also have Diablo's Restaurant, Murals City Coffee Company, and Bird and Bean Coffee House, just to name a few. Most people are super surprised to learn that Dothan has one of the highest per capita restaurants in the entire nation. Part of life here is food and eating good food, getting together socially and sharing a meal together. We'll be covering this on this show, as well as all of the local restaurants and businesses, so you can get an idea of the people who you are going to be living and working around here too. But did you know we are also known as a city of murals? That's right, we are a mural city, and we're standing in front of one of those murals right now. One of the most interesting things about our area that you'll see is all of the murals about our local history and our local people, whether that's Johnny Mac Brown, Sherman Rose of the Tuskegee Airmen, or many, many more. One of the things we'll be covering on this show are all of the activities to do and things to do throughout Southeast Alabama and the wiregrass. But that's not all. If you're like most people and you're serious about moving or living here, you probably understandably have a ton of questions, such as what is the cost of living here? What are the different commute times to different places? What are the best neighborhoods to check out? Or even what local amenities are available? Well, right here on Homegrown, we'll be providing you with all of that community information, because if you really are interested in moving here, then we're going to give you a very, very good idea of what you can expect to receive for your money and your value. This is a real estate show, so I want to make it super, super simple for you to understand exactly what money buys you right here in Southeast Alabama, and how simple it really can be to reach your real estate goals. We'll be checking out different areas, different homes, new construction projects, and many, many, many more things. So now that you know exactly what this show is about, and if you love living here just as much as I do, or if you're just interested in learning more, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Southeast Alabama is one of the Deep South's best kept secrets. And if you ever have any additional questions that aren't covered here on my channel, my contact information is in the description below, so please feel free to reach out to me. You can call me, text me, email me, or find me on social media. Until next time, I'm Stephen Holland with Property Champions Real Estate. Thanks for checking out my channel. See you next time.